Yeah, really.
Hello, everybody. So we are having the weekly open planning meeting for Jenkins Essentials. So today we are not a lot of people. There's Oleg, Mandy should join soon, and so there's me. Oleg is kindly setting up the meeting, even if he had a lot of important things to do. So we are going to try to make it short. Um, so on my side, I have just finished and filed a PR to provide a cloud-friendly installation for Jenkins Essentials for AWS. The PR, I thought I had linked it, so yeah, it's here. And I also did a video. Oh, the link is bad. Linking to all PRs is not very useful. And so I did a video explaining everything. It's a 10-minute video demonstration, basically. And so this is going to allow people to, using CloudFormation, create from the ground up an instance running in the cloud, in the AWS cloud. So I think I already explained a bit last time, but basically it's going to be using both EC2 Cloud plugin, but also pre-configured instance so that it will be using the Artifact Manager S3 plugin, which basically is going to let you store things in the cloud in S3 instead of sending binaries back to the master file system, as was usually done and is still most often usually done on Jenkins masters. Along the way, I had to file and fix and discover a lot of issues, mainly on configuration as code project. It was interesting to set that up, and so I filed a few PRs here and there, and that's mostly it. And I'm going to be switching to some internal tasks for my company, and then get back to this a bit later this week, hopefully. And that's it for me. So I guess if there's nobody else for now, I guess we can just wrap it up. So I'm going to summarize what's going on for Mandy. So Mandy is mainly right now working on prototyping the Sentry using error logging for sending things to Sentry, basically offering access to developers, to pipeline developers, for instance, to error logging. And she's going to be also tackling soonish a very important Jira, which will allow to actually wrap up. And I'm going to give the mic to Mandy to summarize those. And yes, that's it for me, at least. Mandy, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. You want to summarize what you're on and what you are going to do?
So I have been working on the prototype for sending the error logs over to Sentry. I've been playing around with a couple different options and working on adding some tests for that, and I'm almost ready for that one to be ready for review. And then I am currently researching adding the flavor in. We are evaluating how to get that saved into the database, but that hopefully won't take too much longer. That's pretty much me.
Thank you. So yeah, that one is going very, very cool, because this is going to really be a critical part to actually make Essentials work, because for now we're forcing Docker Cloud flavor, which doesn't make sense. And I actually installed everything for AWS, even on the basic foundational plugins, so that I could wrap up the AWS flavor. So far now, this is really a critical one that is going to be, yeah, awesome. So thank you, Mandy. Thank you, everybody. I think we are good. Oleg, do you want to say anything before we go?
Yeah, actually, I had one question.
Yeah.
To you. So we have Jeff 309. I've pasted the link to the chat. It's about bill of materials. Originally, it was proposed by Carlos, and yeah, we were discussing usage of this just at the Essentials a while ago. So I wanted to ask you whether you use it now, or if no, do you plan to use it?
Yes. So it's actually used. So not everything is wrapped up, but per se, for instance, if I show you the code base on the service side, it's there's that file here that is the BOM, and right now there's some code that actually resolves that BOM, kind of, like in Maven world would be computing an effective resulting POM, which is not really a POM in that case. So ingest.json is the computed file from the essentials POM. So yes, we are using that. So possibly because this is Tyler who worked on that part. So I'm not absolutely sure he made double checked if everything described in the JEP is being respected in the implementation. But basically, yes, we are using a BOM.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so the story behind my question is that I plan to spend some time in order to get this JEP either over the fence or the first, depending on the usages. Because yeah, so far I was aware that we use it only in customer work packages.
Yeah.
Since you use it in Essentials now, maybe
we likely need to reconcile the exact format because I think they are slightly disconnected. I'm not sure it would be working, from one to the other and so on. But yes, basically it should be very the much same. So that's why that's what I was talking about. What Mendy's work will allow me to remove. That part is forcing, EC2 and Artifact Manager S3 on every single instances, even if on Docker flavor, for instance, which doesn't make sense in the long term. But yes, that's it.
Okay, got it. So yeah, I have a bunch of comments regarding this job on my own, but yeah, I will probably provide a status update at the next meeting so that maybe we decide how we proceed there.
So let's. I think we are done. So thank you, Mendy. Thank you, Oleg, and see you next week.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. I'm stopping the
Bye-bye.
podcast.
Thanks again.